Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and people of all ages, it returns once more for the BSC Summer Season 11, Round 8 from AutoClub. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined, as always, by my Mr. Partner in Crime, Mr. Kenton Sportak, who's going to come along for the run here for this 2-mile D-shaped tri-egg oval. And we're going to find out how they're going to get on. Kenton, welcome in.
How's it going for you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Like we were kind of talking about earlier, I'm a little stiff. I had a big tournament this weekend. We actually had a team come up from the States that was ranked #2 in North America. They told us a month earlier that they were going to have a full squad, and they showed up with 9. Well, a full squad would be 24, so but it's still lots of fun. A little banged up, got some bruises, but had some good games. Good.
Well done for you. Yes. Did you win?
We did. We actually, we won the entire tournament, so that was yeah, I contributed. There's some photos of trying to tackle people, so it was good.
Good as well. Welcome in, Billy Cooper. Let's go TJ and Brad and Happy Little Cupcake. Let's go Trent and Kimmel, number 52, of course, here every single week. AutoClub. It's a very interesting circuit, I think, here as well. They've got it labelled as a D-shaped oval. Asphalt surface, 2 miles in length, 14 degrees on the turns, 11 on the front, 3 on the back. What do we know? What's going to happen?
It's going to be 100% single car. No, I'm just kidding. This track is the epitome of drive, fast turn left. It doesn't matter really how. You can take a high line, you can take the low line, you can go in between, you can have a super long arch arch kind of thing as you're going through the cornering. You can go super early into the corner. You can be very late into the corner. There's it seems like hundreds of different ways you can really take this track throughout the entirety of the race, depending on what your tires are doing, what other people are doing around you, sort of your fuel situation if you're trying to fuel save. And there's, as you can see, as we're looking, like 5 lanes, I think it is, all the way across the entirety of the track. So hopefully avoiding incidents is a little easier for these guys. That's not including the apron on the back stretch and the front stretch sort of tri-oval, D-shape oval aspect of it as well. There is a lot of space here, though, and a good chunk of it is viable for trying to drive fast. So we'll see people all over the place for the most part.
Okay, well, we're going to see how they get on here. Topping north of 193, 94, 95, 96, 97. Oh, is he going to have a little bit of a lift going into the corners? Just a touch, gets the car rotated. On he goes once more. This is on board with Joshua Keefe. We've got 80s throwback livery evening here again. So, well, say it again. Can't remember the last time we did, but we do an 80s decade theme livery. Alex Witt there is in the MTV livery machine from on the 594, and Joshua Keefe goes over the line at the moment, but it is Noel Jakowitz, I believe, taking pole position currently. Do we think pole position is going to matter? We generally talk about it in NASCAR that
No, and with how open this track is, it almost matters less. 90% of it's just going to be trying to avoid the incidents if they do happen, but with how open this track is, you can really find speed sort of anywhere, just sort of dependent on how your car is feeling at that point. Pole position isn't going to save the world for you, so just got to drive fast and be smart.
Okay, well, let's bring you up the grid here this evening as well. Ready to go once more for these drivers. It is Noel Jakowitz on pole position, Alex Witt in second, Trenton Kimmel, I should say, in third, Joshua Kuhn fourth, then Blake Lewis, David Trogdon, Andrew Jamelin, Cody Kern, TJ Spainhour, Ben Roos, Brandon McLaughlin, and Josh Keefe round out the top 12. Then behind that is Armand Russo, Calvin Ross, Daniel Molinari, Brad Young, Lance Starlin, a new one into the series, Chancey Matthews, another new one, Tom Kuhn, Terry Spainhour, and Anthony Radel. Both is on the racetrack at the same time. So this could be a very, very interesting situation. Development. Alex Witt is leading the championship currently at this moment in time, with Andrew Jamelin tucked in right behind, and Noel Jackowitz there. Cody Kern is sitting in 4th place. Trenton Kimmel, David Chogden and Ben Ruse in and around there at the same time. So a lot still to play for on this series, as we've got a few rounds left to go before we break in to the next season. Of course, once again, we're at AutoClub. We've got Dover next week, then in Indy Motor Speedway, Iowa, and we finish off at Watkins Glen on August the 12th, and then we'll go and, as per normal, take a couple of week break before we come back for the winter autumn season. I'm guessing that's probably round about the way that we're going to label it here this evening as well. So let's see how these guys get on, and let's see what Noel Jackowitz could do from the front of the grid. But he's not on the grid at the moment, which is causing me a little bit of a problem, but we'll get this up underway and see how he gets on. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. Who's your money on?
I think highest expected sort of chance, we're talking Alex Witt. Has a good opportunity. I'd say Noel Jackowitz, and a little bit of a, not necessarily dark horse, but or even a long shot, but the sort of, not, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. I wouldn't really say shocking, but unexpected Trenton Kimmel, I think, could pull a good one out. He's usually really good at anything that involves sort of fuel saving and AutoClub. The longer you can stay out there, the better, because cold tires, it's not a high banking track, so trying to hold on to those corners with cold tires gets a little trickier as you further you go into the race. But starting in P3 or P4 for him, not a bad spot, and we'll see how he's able to make his way through.
I do wonder what he was up to then, coming out of pit lane. That was a little bit hairy as we're going down into turn 3. So go TJ and Brad, said Lydia as well. Welcome in, Lydia. How are you? Hope you're well. How is everything going? It's all good, and TJ's behaving himself. If not, just get the slipper out and clamp around the hero. Sorts anyone. So there we go. I'm just letting you know, there's a hint to any woman in the YouTube chat who has a man who supports himself slipping around the hero. And apparently it's all straight out. So I was told from a broadcast the other week. Just to let you know. Andrew Kimmel's in there, who's given Trenton loads of slippers around the hero as well. So Trenton's a naughty boy. Into the restart zone we go. And the pace car is not going in. So we're going around again, just because we can. It's all good here. Hope y'all are. Yes, we are here as well. I don't know if we are has got an acronym. Is it like we all, wall, well? I don't know. We're maybe?
Yeah.
Like
we're doing well.
We're doing well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's nothing. Yeah, it's we're doing well. So just we are. But yeah, there's not a y'all or a wall or anything like that.
Yeah, wall doing good. Y'all, I don't know. Really, I still don't understand y'all. So you are all okay, or you know, just saying. Putting out. So
you all are, yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Anyway, right. I think I've had too much coffee this evening already, to be honest, to try and keep awake. I am absolutely knackered. It means you all. Yeah, I know what it means, Billy. I'm just being facetious this evening, to be honest. It's
difficult,
just,
I think is the better term.
Yeah,
it's just being difficult.
It's just putting two words together that you could just literally say in a short period of time. I don't know. Anyway, now I've probably offended half of YouTube chat. Let's get this race up and running. In through turn 3 once more. Saying that, we're British. We have 3 ways of saying there. So, you know, and 2, then when you put a B in front of it, it becomes bomb. But yeah, it's got the same ending letters as 2 of OMB. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now I've finished giving you an English lesson. Let's get this up and running. Stage break at 40. It's green here this evening. No, Jackowitz is going to lead us away. I'm going to get excited when they get a little bit more spread out, because at the moment, Jackowitz is going to push Witt as high as he can. Up through into lane 2 he goes. Currently at the moment, they're very spread out in the back end, but that's kind of what we expected.
Yeah, it's going to be a jigsaw puzzle dumped out of a box sort of way. about things as the closer they are together. Obviously, once they kind of start to spread out, guys will take their more specific line, and they won't look as weird, but it will look definitely off-centered. If we're getting any front-on sort of camera angles, you'll see them all over the place as they make their way around the corners. But you can already see, like, it's too wide, but there's so much space. You can definitely be too wide with much less of a problem than you would at like Daytona or really any other track I can think of. But yeah, you can see an absolute just everywhere. There's in the middle, there's high, there's low, there's pretty much everywhere they can physically go is going to have a car in it, because it is just viable to be sort of anywhere.
Absolutely. As Jakowitz is using that philosophy to break away here at the moment. Alex Whittin behind him, Brad Young further down, Brandon McLaughlin all in the mix as well. Calvin Ross, TJ's in there. Calvin spending time in the Blockbuster 86 machine. Oh, I'm a good Blockbuster. Boy, oh boy, do I miss going to rent out my videos down at Blockbusters on a Friday night when my dad actually used to get his wallet out of his pocket, and we used to get attacked by moths. It never came out that often, but on the odd time we got a takeaway in a Blockbuster video. Nothing wrong about that, just my dad was as tight as they come. So there we go. On that one with Daniel Molinari in behind him. Oh, first caution's out. Ooh. Caution number one.
There's actually still a Blockbuster around here.
No way.
One store. There's literally a singular store in Bend, Oregon.
Ooh. There we go.
It's the only one. The company doesn't exist, and they still continue to operate as a video rental store.
Oh, nice. The trouble is, I don't even think I've got my VHS player anymore. I don't even know if that exists. There we go. Right, caution 6 to 11 is the winner at 50%. 1 to 5 is 33. 12 to 20 is 16. I could have made it 12 to 15 and then gone again, but you know, where was the fun in that? And I didn't want to be typing in too many polls. So there we go. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are under yellow once more here as well. I hope everybody is fine. Let us know if you've had a good day, bad day, not a good day. I spent my weekend at a motor show and ended up with my imprint on my singlet vest. What do they call them in America? Crop top? No, not crop top. What do they call them?
Muscle shirt? I'm assuming. I don't know. Are we just talking like a sleeveless shirt?
Yeah, like little vest. We call them singlets.
Like a singlet, like what you would wear for running?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's muscle shirt. There's a less PC term that they sometimes use that we don't get as often.
What's that?
Wife beater.
Oh, okay.
It's less PC.
Tank top, that works, Lydia, as well. To be honest, it can't be a muscle shirt because it's on me. You know what I mean? I've got about as many muscles as a Robin Redbreast, to be blatantly honest. And, you know, I'm like sparrows at arms here as well. I think actually my dad used to say there's more meat on a chicken's leg than there was on my whole body. So there we go. It's definitely not a muscle top on that one. And if you know,
ongoing joke we always use over here is so muscle shirt came today, muscles coming tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You know what I mean? that was literally what it is on mine. So it was definitely right. But I ended up with an imprint on that. And I showed Kenton my foot earlier on. My foot is pure white while my legs are brown. It does look quite amusing, to be honest. However,
tan line of his foot, not just his foot, by the way.
Yeah, tan line, sorry, as well. You know what I mean? And literally, I walked about 75,000 steps over 3 days. So I've definitely done me bit for my exercise. And then my son walks into the kitchen today, pats me on the belly and went, boy, oh boy, Dad, aren't you getting a dad bod?
And he immediately was grounded for 6 months.
Yes, a little turnip. I wouldn't even mind, but I'd walked so many steps as well. I thought it was going to fall off me, but clearly no, clearly not on that one. As we're up under caution here as well. We're not just gas bagging around for no apparent reason. We are under a yellow flag. So unfortunately for these guys, they've got to go around, but it happened towards the back end at this time here currently. So just in front of us, there's the incident there. Poor old Bradley goes down. And unfortunately for him, it's all a little bit game over. So there we go. Oh.
Interesting. Anthony Adel in the pits now.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to have to try and do something really quickly because otherwise that's going to annoy me. That's why I close that and have to reopen it again. Hopefully it might work properly this time. I might be able to show a replay without having to worry. So, bear with. But yeah, excuse the UI for 2 seconds. Not the easiest thing to be dealing with while we're up and running, but let's go. Pace car lights are out as well. But I'm trying to finish a book and watch the race. Oh, that's nice. What book is it? Is there anything exciting? Do I need to rush to my local bookshop to pick it up, or Amazon Audible? It's the same thing. There you go. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get up and running once more here. So bear with. For the California 100 live from AutoClub Speedway. Pace car's going to peel in again. We are going to be, yes, we are going to be into the Geico restart zone we go, and we are green for lap 6 of 40. And Jakowitz, Wick, Kuhn, Kimmel, and Trugden all in the mix at this moment in time. 3 wide, two wide at the moment, and looking to be 3 wide in that mid-pack. TJ there is going around the 77 at the time. It's Ben Ruse. He's now making moves on Calvin Ross. Joshua Keefe at the same time. Lots of action going on behind. Here comes Trenton Kimmel. Sour Patch Kid is getting soured at this moment in time, and at this, nope, Alex Witt just goes straight round the outside of him. No, Kenton.
Yeah, the outside's got some good speed. You can just, especially coming out of 1 and 2, going into 3-4, you can just get up to speed so much faster running that high line. Slow shots here, so you don't have to slow down as much. So it's definitely a good one. It will eat your tires a little bit more, but it's a solid option if you're trying to really gain some speed on the car ahead of you, because it really sort of spits you out with a lot of acceleration, which is always nice.
You see in the bottom right corner, 100 laps. Stage 1 will be at 40. Final stage is at 60. Weather, well, it's not 69.800000 degrees that you are seeing there. Wind obviously partly cloudy, humidity 80% on that one. Not quite sure what's going on with that one, but it's clearly having a magic moment here once again as these guys continue to fight on board with David Trogdon. Is this going to make any difference for him at all? Is he going to be able to make it going forward in that skull liveried 33 machine for Trogdon? It's got the Coke on the outside. Joshua Kuhn up behind Trenton Kimmel at the moment as well. Kenton, what are we going to be thinking about in this first stage here? Because, you know, are we going to be worried too much about what's going on in and around us?
Not massively, but you still want to put in a good effort so you can get some points off stage break. To maximize as best you can, but that last 60 laps is going to be where things are actually important. So staying calm, just trying to stay out of trouble, keeping the car in one piece, not having to use your fast repair if possible, or at the very least not having to need a second one sort of thing. But just stay smart, stay in touch. Obviously, try to not go down a lap. In some cases, it's not going to be doable if you have a crash or anything like that, or Alex Witt decides to drive bloody fast like he usually does. But yeah, as long as you're within on the lead lap in a good position, you really shouldn't have too many problems that you have to sort of stress over.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to see what these guys are going to be able to do there. There's Joshua Kuhn on the picture at this moment in time, running that inside line. He has got Cody Kern on the outside, of course. So a good job from these guys, keeping it nice and clean at this moment in time here once again. As now my overlay's decided not to work properly, so that's wonderful. Here currently. They never, if it don't rain, it pours.
Oh, he did save it. It looked like the 27 there of Blake Lewis. Oh, no, he did not save. Not in the end.
And it wasn't even him.
Oh, it wasn't him? I just saw him dropping down the order there. The 27 car, the other MTV. Oh, yeah. No, he goes sideways again. There he is. There's the Oh, and he avoided it at least.
Yeah, look, contact 65 and 27. 77 goes into the wall there. 65 is Andrew Jamelin. Jamelin entered the pit lane after this one. There's the initial contact there. Then he gets hit again, back. And Jamelin goes off in that mellow yellow machine. Very Cold Trickle-esque. I did watch that film the other day, to be blatantly honest. What a great bumper. Thanks. Happy early birthday to Angie. Oh, when's your birthday, Ange? Give us a shout. Let us know when your birthday is. When is Angie's birthday, Kenton?
Me? I have no idea.
You have no idea.
When Angie's birthday is? No. Why would I know?
Because I know it's on Thursday.
Why would I know?
I don't know. But to be honest, is it a Thursday, Ange? Because I've just guessed that, and if that was right, then I'd be well impressed with myself. Diving in pit lane, Cody Kern, David Trogdon, Brandon McCullough, TJ Molinari, Jamelin, Chancey Matthews, Blake Lewis, Ben Ruse, and Anthony Radel. Saturday. Damn it. So there we go. Got that all wrong. But Ange, well, happy 21st birthday again, my little love. I hope everything's fine for you. So there we go.
29 again. It's 29 with experience. That's what my mother always says. Yeah,
well, my dad normally says I'm 30 plus 2 and add a bit. So there you go. Mind you, he's 80. Just to get it all out there at this moment in time, is my old man. So there we go. Okay, we're not moving very far. Okay, we're on lap 11. We've had 2 cautions already. We've not even got to stage. I'm a little bit worried that if it's 2 cautions every 11 laps, we're going to see like 9 of them.
Unfortunately, at that rate, yes. But I think things will start to kind of...
No, 18. Sorry, my maths is off.
I think things will sort of start to calm down once people kind of get into a rhythm. We'll get moving and be all good.
Okay.
I think so.
29 again with 24 years of experience. 49.53, Ange. That's never good. I hope, happy little cupcake, you're going to buy us something nice for her birthday, and don't do flowers. Right? I'm not being rude. You know, Ange is going to get enough flowers. She's beautiful enough. She doesn't need some other flowers to be brought round to her. She might want some Ferrero Rocher's chocolate. You know what I mean? But she doesn't want flowers. Okay, cupcake, she doesn't want flowers, my little love. So please, don't take Angie flowers. They just go into a vase, and then they just die. And then you throw them in a bin. And to be honest, you might as well just have chucked her 20 quid, because it would have been a lot easier. So no flowers, cupcake. Okay, she doesn't want them. She wants something good. They gave me Lego flowers. Well, I suppose on the upside, they're saving. What cheap rascal gives Lego flowers? That means only they don't have to buy them again. Jesus Christ. You wait till I'll have to have a word with Trenton about this. This is getting nuts. I tell you. Cheap rascals. They bought you Lego because they didn't want to buy you flowers again for Mother's Day or your birthday or any other day. No? That's it. You're never going to get flowers again. They'll just bring the Lego ones back out to you, Ange. Jesus Christ. Cupcake and Trenton. That's it. You guys are in trouble here as well. I'm going to bring him in on the next yellow flag. Tight rascal. Once again.
Lego flowers are actually pretty cool. I like them. They're pretty sweet.
I can't say nothing. I bought my missus Lego flowers for her birthday. But that was because I was tight and didn't want to have to buy them again.
There you go.
So there we go.
There you go.
Every year I just bring out the Lego flowers. So yeah, I know how you're feeling. Right, ladies and gentlemen, no Jaguars, Alex Witt. We got a motor race to do. Green, 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 green. Here we go. Jaguars out in front, Witt, Kuhn, Kimmel, Russ, Keith, Cody Kern there all as well. 2 wide all the way through the field, right the way down to Chancey Matthews. And 2 wide further back as well. Brusso's out there. He got himself, it was Brusso who got himself caught up in that first incident alongside Jamelin in that 65 machine as well. They've taken it 3 wide. Brusso's getting a bump. He's on the inside of Terry. And now to 77, and Ben Ruse is motoring through. He's got a run and a half on that inside chance. He's up high. He's just giving up the inside line. Brusso. Oh, He's going round soon. If he keeps driving this close to people, Armand Brusso could end up doing more spins than Kylie Minogue. What?
I don't get. I have no idea what that reference means.
You've never seen the Kylie Minogue? I'm spinning around. Get out of my way. She spins like she must be more dizzier than my child when I push her on a roundabout. She literally spins constantly for the whole blinking thing. It even makes me seasick, and I don't get seasick. It's horrendous. Stupid video. So yeah, poor old Kylie. And it's going to be, poor old Armand Brusso. If he does that again, he's going to be doing that. On board now with Alex Witt. Okay, you're Googling the Kylie Minogue I'm spinning around video now, aren't you?
Not the video. I mean, to be fair, I didn't exactly listen to a lot of Kylie Minogue when I was ever. Didn't even know that was a song she had, but it does exist. So
it does exist. I'm not lying to you, bro. It does exist.
Right.
As well, if you watch the video, it's just literally round and 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 round in circles. Brad Young, however, in that 89 machine, I don't know if he's not got a livery or if that's just a very plain livery, as he goes and nearly tucks into Joshua Keith there once again. So Brad Young at the same time. I'm going to try and reload a different paints program, see if that works, and see if we can get Brad's livery. I'm sure it's probably beautiful there for Mr. Brad Young, but let's see what we end up with once his second paints program loads and see what we get. Keeping behind him as well, they're running alongside. Here comes the 81 of Brandon McLaughlin. He's going to be looking up the outside line. He needs Keith to get on his bike a little bit. Keith didn't. That held up McLaughlin's run there, Kenton, because Keith didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of a struggle for him to get moving, but let's see if McLaughlin able to get around the outside of, I believe that's Cody Kern on his inside, but yeah, he does look like, the car ahead slamming the wall. McLaughlin looks like he might get ahead. He's struggling a little bit. Just needs that little extra speed to keep it moving. And Alex looking like he's going to try and dive on the inside of Noel Jakowitz there.
Yeah.
And just goes flying by.
Yeah, no, Jakowitz, Trent and Kimmel alongside each other. Alex Witt in there at the same time. He's going to give the overlay a bit of a kick, and hopefully this might have the refresh of the paints. We're going to find out once again. Apologies if they've all gone white at the moment. We will be back up and running very, very shortly as these guys continue to fight. There goes Jakowitz on the outside, on board with Witt. Trent and Kimmel still there. Witt's trying to push that inside line. He's trying to get the inside into free. He gives Jakowitz a little bit of a nudge. That put Jakowitz all out of sort for turn 3. Not quite sure where Mr. Kimmel's off to. Wherever he's going, he'll be there in the morning because he's just ran high, wide and handsome out of 4. Now over the line coming through. Witt, Jakowitz, Kimmel, Kuhn, Joshua Keith in there. He's got that's not Brad Young, that's David Trompton in front of him. Brad's livery still has loaded. I don't know why that is. Trompton's running around the wall and pulling a Chastain here, and we're not even at Martinsville.
Yeah, doesn't work super well around AutoClub to actually run the wall. You will very quickly find that out. But hopefully he can keep it out of the wall. You don't need to scratch up the entire side of your car. Just makes it look not so pretty.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a beautiful livery as well. That skull livery is absolutely amazing. I'll give him that. Not gonna lie, I like that. I like that a lot. He does. So there we go. As these guys coming in to turn number 1, through they go. All 20 of them. Terry Spainow's in pit lane at the moment. I think he's burnt up his tyres already. 2 or 3 wide further back. Rushing down that back stretch once again. I do love that camera shot. Oh, so nice. So, yeah, these guys doing a stellar job on that one. But it looks for these guys, we haven't got to have the pointer here this evening. It does look like it's broken. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to try and bring you up with the pointer. It's Brandon McLaughlin just got very, very close to the back end of Brad Young there. And Brad nearly had a whole lot of McLaughlin in his rear end.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want is a car inside the back end of your car. They tend to not do so well. Makes your car a little heavy, harder to turn.
Yeah.
and a little damaged. Just not quite as good.
Yeah.
So if you can avoid that, it's usually that's usually pretty good idea. You want to kind of stay away from that.
Yeah, you want to keep all your bodily parts on the back end of you if you can. Definitely don't want it wide open, because otherwise the airflow is going to be extramental through the machine at the same time. And we'll see what happens. On board with Cody Kern, he's got David Trogdon on his outside here. Oh my God, everything's broken tonight. Even the camera turning's not rotating. So since we've kicked into the race session, Trogdon goes and bumps the wall again. That's never good. Calvin Ross is very, very close to Joshua Kuhn going into turn 3 here. Ross trying to go. Kimmel's running that high line. I think the thing is, he comes off the corner like an absolute slingshot. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, ladies and gentlemen, that's Calvin Ross disappearing. Trenton Kimmel's run out of 3 and 4, Kenton. He comes up like an absolute rocket. He runs that high line, and then all of a sudden he'll just drift out high, get grip, and then just shoot straight past him.
Yeah, that high line is fantastic. It really does carry a lot of speed. Like I said, the downside though it might give you a little bit more tire wear. So you have to sort of think about that as you are running around. If you think you can really hold on to the tires, especially as they start to get dead or as they start to wear in, then definitely a great way to go. But obviously, if you're going to do it, you really have to make sure you stay out of the wall. If you start Ross Chastaining it, as you said, slows you down very quickly, and you will lose any momentum you have, and you'll probably drop back a few times.
Yeah, I'm gutted they took that ability away. I understand why, for safety. You know what I mean? The kid did go and thump the wall at God knows whatever speed he was doing. But it still would have been fun if they kept it in and other people had tried it, because then it would have been like, haha, you failed, I didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Suckers.
I think it worked well. It was fun to watch.
It was a defining moment. It basically brought a rule change. So anything like that brings rule changes, it's been good there. Calvin Ross is up and down the order with his internet being a little bit naughty, shall we say, and unfortunately is playing havoc with everyone, as these guys are going 3 wide now once again. And on that outside is the 21 of Radel. TJ tucked in behind. Tom Kuhn in there. Blake Lewis and Armand Brusso. Brusso further back. The 21, Radel. TJ's going to motor around him. Ross is in pit lane. Young's in pit lane. That's 2 sets, and we're not even at stage yet. Mind you, we're still 13 off here of stage breaking at the moment. Alex Witt out in front with Noah Jakowitz. He did manage to get past Trenton Kimmel, and Joshua Kuhn is your top 4, Kenton. Yeah,
and they're all driving pretty well, staying out of trouble. Seeing Kuhn up there is always a good time. He's had some interesting races, we'll call it, where not necessarily his faults, but involved in many incidents just because he happened to be around. So the nice thing about being all the way up here, sort of by yourself, in that sense of there's not a lot of cars around you, allows you to sort of avoid a lot of those incidents, which is always good.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Anything that basically makes you avoid any dramas, you definitely don't want them to be happening. And for the 4 up front, they've kind of just motored away at the moment. They've got away from everything here at AutoClub. They're settling in, and they're just kind of getting to stage if they can. Don't forget, these front 4 have not pitted at the moment. So if McLaughlin can get a decent run on the front 4, and he is the first of the pitters at 8.4 seconds, whether or not he took anything, as I say that, all 4 of them have gone in. Brandon McLaughlin, Cody Kern, Trogdon, Rouge, Lewis, Radel, TJ, Witten. I don't know if that was the right choice, because they've all dropped down the order faster than a rock in the ocean, shall we say, and they've gone all the way down. They could end up losing places. No, maybe not, because Keith's only just coming out of pit lane himself. But Brandon McLaughlin's in a prime spot here, pitted on lap 12. Take stage if he can stay where he is.
Yeah, it's a great spot for him. Not out of position too badly, but you got to be smart with it. So hopefully he's able to do it. I don't know, because we didn't stay very on board. I don't know if he's been lifting coasting at all through this, but he's got 10 to go. It's doable. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing any crazy lifting coast or clutching in or anything like that. He's holding pretty well, but he also hasn't, compared to Noel and to Witt and Jackowitz and most of them, they were a little more spread out. There wasn't a lot of drifting, whereas it seemed like McLaughlin kind of tended to be, or drafting, sorry, whereas McLaughlin seemed to be a little sort of more tucked in behind and not necessarily needing to, I guess, rush anything crazy. He was able to kind of just sit behind, utilize that, and save some fuel. So we'll see how much he actually was able to save.
McLaughlin's coming to the end now. 9 to go here off stage. 39-second lap times they run in at this moment. And Brandon McLaughlin is out in front. He's doing a great job currently at this moment in time. So don't forget, we've got a stage at lap 40, 100 laps and 60 in this final stint here. Recap so far, 32 of 100. Brandon McLaughlin's leading. Cautions one for free. That could be because I had to reset the overlay. Lead changes 7. We've got a yellow flag and it is not the stage. Where is this? Any idea?
It looks like the 20.
No.
Oh, and Brad was facing the wrong way.
Oh, he got Kimmel got bumped as well. Brad got loose. He bumped Calvin. Calvin bumped him back into Trent and Kimmel. He went and buffed up through the wall on lap 32. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right, that's a perfect time now to have a quick word from our sponsors here this evening. Okay, that was a quick word from our sponsors here this evening. Head over to adminbox.com and don't forget you can order and then use code BSCBOX and that will get you 10% off your first order here. Once again, it's Brandon McLaughlin, Cody Kern, Ben Roos, Blake Lewis, Andy Radel are your leaders here as well, and poor old Brad Young having a bit of a drama on lap 32, but I can see this going to... stage is going to be very, very quick in behind it.
Yeah, for McLaughlin, that might actually work in his favor, because now obviously having to slow down, he's going to basically restart the race and have only a couple of laps here when they'll have to basically go back in. He'll get almost a free pit stop out of it, and unfortunately for a few people, what is that? It looks like Thomas Kuhn all the way down are going to kind of be having to hope for the that wave around and hope everyone else comes in, but we'll have to see what ends up playing out that way, because they're all stuck a lap down right now.
Absolutely, it's going to be choose cone, I believe, this time around. Oh no, lights are still on, so maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. There we go. They all spread out. Not quite sure where would be the best way to go here, to be blatantly honest with you, Ken. I can't really figure out whether the inside or the outside would be best, and what the situation would be, to be fair.
For AutoClub, honestly, it doesn't really matter massively. They're both kind of a good position. You just got to actually get off the line, and we've seen it a few times where guys don't quite get any acceleration. And they end up kind of stuck and get overtaken very quickly, and then they end up just kind of in no man's land, which obviously you don't really want. So just got to be able to kind of anticipate when everything has to go, and then you should be good to go, because you can kind of just pick whichever lane feels comfortable for you. If you prefer to run that outside lane, I would say take the outside. If you prefer the inside lane, go down to the inside and just hold that. Like if you want to get down to the line or the apron there, stay on the inside, even if it puts you a little bit further back, just because you'll be more comfortable and you don't have to try and make any crazy move to sort of get down to that spot.
Okay, well, let's see what goes in. So coming out of turn 4, Brandon McLaughlin currently in first place, started in 11th. Okay, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a short run to stage now. Into the Geico restart zone. We are green, green, green once again. 6 to go till the end of stage 1. There's all the hustling and bustling in the background. You can see them all spreading out. McLaughlin's got a jump. Ben Ruse is motoring on. Blake Lewis in there at the same time. Alex Witt also tucked in right behind them. They're sitting in 5th place at the moment with a 27 of Blake Lewis on that outside line. Then Ben Ruse there in behind him as well. Lots of action still to come here, Kenton. I think this is going to be a mad rush to the front if they can get there. Is Brandon McLaughlin going to take this stage win?
He's got a good handle on it, though. They're coming, storming pretty quickly behind him there. You can see the 27 of Blake Lewis. Alex Witt obviously is always a threat, and 5 to go. Gonna have to hope he has enough fuel to make it. That'll be the biggest thing. I'm assuming he does, otherwise he wouldn't have gone in. But obviously clipping the wall as he just did, not exactly the best for trying to maintain a lead, but if he's sort of able to keep it going, not get too much in trouble, probably avoid hitting the wall for the rest of this time, he might actually have a shot at sort of holding on, hopefully, till the end.
Well, 4 to go, ladies and gentlemen, the end of stage number 1. Brandon McLaughlin there, he's got Cody Kern and Alex Witt side by side. McLaughlin's probably hoping that these guys fight. He drops down onto the apron, he's got to get it back up, of course, safely. And, oh, Cody! Not a yellow. I am, oh, swing, it is a yellow. That's going to be stage as well, so that's going to be Brandon McLaughlin taking the stage win. Great job from him. Blake Lewis, Alex Witt, Ben Ruse, Radel, TJ Jakowitz, Trogdon Molinari, and Joshua Keith are the gentlemen that I've got in the top 10. We're going to move Brandon McLaughlin, your stage 1 winner, into the booth with us as well. Brandon, welcome in. Well done there, son. Good idea on the pit stops. I'm going to believe that stage, and you are the stage 1 winner.
Heck yeah, how's it going?
I'm good, man. Heck, that was nowhere near excitable, Brandon.
It was for me.
Oh, okay. How is it out there anyway? Looks fun.
Yeah, I love this track. It's a lot of fun ripping the wall here.
Or hitting the wall in some...
No, ripping the wall.
No, there has been some people hitting the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We haven't had 4 cautions because we haven't had a wall tap at one point, you know, out there as well. How tough is this being asphalt, dude? How tough is this on tires?
It's pretty tough if you're trying to pass people. If you just get in line, you can save pretty easily by like backing off a little early because there's a guy right in front of you. You're coasting a little more and you're rolling a little more in the corners. So like, I don't know, traffic, you can kind of save tires a little better, I think.
Yeah. Okay, dude. Well, I'm going to give you a minute to get in your pit box because I've been talking to people this season and they have missed it. So I'll wait for a second.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Should make this at least 60 miles an hour. Oh, I slipped through. That's okay.
And I wasn't even speaking. So you can't blame me for that one. There we go. How do you think this is going to go for you? You said you love AutoClub. You said you love it all. What do you think is going to happen?
I'm just going to ride for the first 10 or 15 laps if it goes green and then try to pass people after that and see where I end up.
Okay, mate. Well, good luck there, dear fella. I hope you have a good one. We'll look forward to catching up and seeing how you get on a little bit later. I'll move you down with the fart boys. Enjoy yourself, and I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
I was a different kind of happy.
It was almost like he just knew. He was like, yeah, this is mine. I got it.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It was like, yeah, I've got this one. I don't really care if I'm happy or not. I've got this. Very interesting indeed from Brian McLaughlin. Daniel Molinari is showing out in front at this moment in time. I believe that is here. Who is that in front of him? The 65 machine of Mr. I believe that's Jamelin, isn't it? 65?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Jamelin in front of him. And Mr. Kuhn, I believe, is the 83 as well. So Jamelin's going to go through, and Kuhn's going to go through as well. Let me know in YouTube chat if everybody has a quote, who you think is going to win, who you're cheering for, what the situation is as well. Angie's going to tell us what she really wants for Christmas, or her birthday, I should say. So, yeah, definitely don't want that as well. I should have brought Trenton in. I forgot about that. I'll get him on the next one. I'm sure there's going to be another caution.
Hopefully not.
Really?
I'd be okay without it.
Yeah, we all would, but you know, that's life. That's NASCAR. That's expected. What more could we ask for? A few wave arounds taking shape at the moment. Molinari there now nestled in alongside Blake Lewis, Alex Witt, TJ. Jackowitz McLaughlin ended up down in 6th after he went and slid through on his pit lane. And don't blame me, I wasn't speaking. In fact, I specifically said to him, I will not talk to you until you get in your pit lane, because I've seen drivers go through when I've done that. So, yeah, not blaming me for this one, as these all guys here. AutoClub seems quite interesting, to be honest with you, Ken. And I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'd want to race here, but it does seem to be able to give you a good racing.
Yeah, it's a very interesting track because of how much variability there is to sort of every line, depending on what you're comfortable with and how it feels for you, and sort of what makes you feel the most comfortable in that car. So as long as you kind of have an idea of what works for you, the entirety of the race, and obviously in long stints and or short ones, sort of depending on what you think the race is going to be with the drivers around you, you can kind of run it here. You don't really have to stick to like you need to go outside, inside, outside, or you need to do, this specific, or a diamond cornering or anything like that. You can kind of just figure out what feels comfortable and just go for it, and sort of allow it to happen.
Okay, well, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to find out how this one goes on once again, as we're going to get restarted up here. That was the end of stage, so we've had 4 cautions so far. Obviously ignored the timing tower. We had to reset it, which caused it all to reset, unfortunately. Can't really do a lot about that one, but yeah, we are on 4, 3 forced, 1 unforced with the stage. Calvin Ross is not having a good time with his Tinternet at the back there, having a good old blink around. Trenton Kimmel's back at the back. I do wonder whether or not Calvin's going to park that. No, he's not. But Molinari's going to lead the field here. I'm not sure if this is his first time leading the field, is it?
I think he had pole once.
Oh, okay.
So he did lead off the start of a race, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, okay. Maybe he did. I'm sure it is.
Yeah. So let us know.
He'll let me put Molinari on that outside line. Into the Geico restart zone we're going to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the final stage is going to be very, very shortly. Green here again as these guys go rushing off. Molinari, Lewis, Witt, TJ got at the start. Jackowitz did not really pick up on the start there, and unfortunately for him, is in behind TJ. A couple of others lost a little bit, a few hustle and bustle shuffles all the way through here, but Daniel Molinari out like an absolute rocket. How long are his tyres going to go last, though? Well, I suppose he hit it on lap 33. They're only 10 laps old at the moment.
Yeah, this should last him a decent amount of time. I think they'll all just come down to what sort of line he runs and how aggressively he wants to run it. More than likely, these guys all have to take at least. Ooh, that's Alex Witt going around and collecting
everyone. Whoa, Brad Young, Terry, break, Terry, break, Terry. Oh, you didn't break, Terry. That's everybody.
Pretty much, yeah.
Watch this from Alex Witt. Put one up in the ball already. Then takes out. Yeah, and then it got connected. Oh, no, that might have been early as actually. Oh, no, I was a little bit early on that. Into Molinari.
Yeah, he just kind of went up into Molinari there.
Oh, bumped around again. Brad is gone off yonder. You see Brad then?
Yeah.
I don't know where he thought he was going to go, but he was going somewhere and he was doing it very quickly. So this is Brad Young's point of view. His car's in front, he turns left, then he tries to avoid going up, gets tapped, I think.
Yeah, it looked like he got tagged.
Yeah, and then there was a lot of people involved in that one on caution number 4 on lap number 43. So there we go. Right, where are you? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring in Mr. Sour Patch Kid himself, Mr. Trenton Kimmel, into the booth. Trenton, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. Not bad, mate. I got a question for you.
I have an answer for you. Hold on. I have an answer for you. Maybe.
Why'd you buy your mum Lego flowers, bro?
Huh?
Did you get your mum Lego flowers for her birthday?
Well, her birthday is Saturday. I'm not going to spoil it.
Well, she's already told me in YouTube chat they gave me Lego flowers.
That was for Mother's Day. But she also specifically asked this year for flowers for her, Lego flowers for her birthday.
You can't give your mum Lego flowers, dude. It doesn't matter. She didn't really want them. She was just trying to make up a bouquet for the one she already. That's just like saying to my wife, "I want socks." I don't really want socks, but it's just so you don't feel like you're being tight. Yeah, I mean, your mum doesn't want Lego flowers, dude. She wants a nice, bracelet or a necklace with yours, and what's your partner's called? What's your partner's name?
Happy Little Cupcake?
Yeah. That's not a real name, is it? Jesus.
Well, no, I don't know if she wants.
All right, so yours and
name out on YouTube.
All right, yours and Cupcake's name on, a nice little thing.
Well, here, how about this? As soon as JP Broadcasting releases merch and I can get her a shirt, that's what I'll do. But until then, I'll just give her Lego flowers because she asked for them.
Right, I tell you what, I've got the ability in my house to make t-shirts. I will make you a t-shirt. DM me your address and I'll send it over with my face on saying happy birthday, Ange.
I will.
Okay, do that and then I will send one over. I love them. Angie, you don't love them. You're being nice. Anyway, I better pop you back because you're going green next time around. Trenton, have fun, bro.
Okay. All right, you too, man. I can't believe I made it through that last wreck, but I'm happy to be here. Hopefully I can get the lucky dog. Have a good night. Enjoy the chaos.
Yeah, Cupcakes told me her name's Kayla.
Kayla, okay, yes, her name's Kayla. I didn't know she wanted that.
I don't think she cares, to be honest, dude. You know what I mean? We're going to make her famous. Anyway, go, because I can talk to you all day. Sure. See you later, dude.
See you, buddy. Have a good one.
And you. Oh, I do love a good chat with Trenton. In fact, I almost forgot to put him back in the booth before the race starts. So there we go. Kayla, welcome in. Thank you so much. I don't have to call you Cupcake anymore, so that's fine. I feel better already on that one. But that's what Angie really wants. She wants your name and Trenton's name on like a little spinny heart that spins and it makes your names up. She wants something nice. Just being nice with flowers. I know how women think. That's probably not what my wife would say, but she doesn't want flowers. No more Lego flowers. I'm putting it down for you, Ange. So there we go. Right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now I've had a rant about Lego Flowers. Here we go. Into the restart zone goes again. Blaine Lewis, Brandon McLaughlin, and Daniel Molinari. Cody Kern having a little bit of a battle in the meantime. TJ's in there in that blockbuster machine. There's a lot of wiggles at the back, Kenton, and at the moment, Jackowitz is part of it.
Yeah, a few wiggles in the back. Also, I'm just going to 100% let you dig your own little space with that one. I'm not getting involved. But yeah, some wiggles. Obviously, cold tires after most people had sort of gotten started to heat them up. But obviously, we haven't had any much of a run, so it does make it a little trickier to keep those heat in those tires. So a little slick off the start, but looks like everyone's kind of calmed down as we're moving forward again.
Yeah, we definitely are there as well. Kayla's birthday apparently soon as well. Happy birthday, Kayla. When's your birthday? Please don't tell me you've asked for Lego Flowers. Said 3 wide in the middle. Oh, they're almost going to be 4 wide. Wick's trying to murder his way through at the same time. Ben Rue's in there. No, Jacko is TJ. Molinari's gone backwards more than he's gone forwards here once again. But then again, he is recovering from being put up in the wall. TJ, Molinari side by side into turn 3. TJ underneath, blockbuster. Then it's the MTV, mellow yellow kicking in the outside as well. It's all getting very, very tight and iggly-piggly here once again. I'm going to predict another 2 laps and then maybe could be caution, another caution after that.
Yeah, we're going to hope that that's just not true. We want to keep it driving straight, but it looks like guys are starting to spread out a little bit. We do have Jamalin and Alex Witt a little closer with TJ's blockbuster car just avoiding the Alex coming up there, so he ended up going okay. But I saw that, I was like, oh, maybe I spoke too soon, but hoping that we can stay and avoid any further complications.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how this one goes. Witt's going to come up on the inside here. TJ tucked in behind Molinari, Trogdon in behind that as well. I think we should have a livery contest. Who's got the best livery so far we've seen out on the racetrack?
I'm kind of digging the pink and blue that Blake Lewis is driving with that MTV. Pink and blue is such a great combination and very underutilized. So I'm gonna have to go that way. Do enjoy the blockbuster and the MTV of Alex Witt, but the pink and blue is just. I just like it more.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with you. I don't know why that's
okay, you're allowed to be wrong.
Oh, that's what my wife says. I don't know. I like the skull of David Trogdon. I mean, that looks very nice. Obviously, being a Days of Thunder fan, the mellow yellow has got it for me. But yeah, no, I can see where you're going. Alex Witt, both of them in the MTV coloured cars, looking beautiful. There's my mellow yellow of Andrew Jamelin. I'd probably go for the mellow yellow. Oh, however, the mellow yellow has just got and put somebody around in the wall. I'm looking. I don't think there's a caution. There was 2 cars involved. That's like Cole Trickle hitting the pace car.
It's true.
It's true.
It's the only thing he hadn't hit.
Yeah. So there we go. Kayla's birthday's on Sunday. How old are you, young lady? You know, let me know. I know people don't say you're not supposed to ask a lady her age, but nowadays, you know what I mean? You need ID for a lot of things, and then the age isn't one of them. So I don't think we need to really worry about that. Blake Lewis still out in front. Brandon McLaughlin having a blink. I'll tell you what, though. I like the fact that Brandon McLaughlin here currently, because he is looking... It's going to be a tough order to try and stop him from taking this, you know.
He's been having himself a nice little run, staying out of trouble. Not done anything too crazy, but seems to be right around that beginning or the front end of the field quite a bit. And he's just sticking to his line. It seems to be working for him.
Yeah, he did say he likes running the wall, and that is exactly what he's doing here. Brandon McLaughlin tucked in once again. Blake Lewis high on the defense. I don't know if Blake's quite got the confidence to run the wall that McLaughlin has. McLaughlin seems to be very, very confident to keep it high and wide. You can see Lewis drops down in the entrance to turn 3 and 4, I believe they're in at the moment. And you can see Lewis just comes away from the wall. He hasn't quite got the confidence to do it, Brandon, and sort of literally kiss the wall. on the way through. He comes up, he starts this run, and then all of a sudden he just starts dripping away. He's like, no, Brandon, you're brave boy, you're a brave boy. I'm not quite that brave.
Yeah, it can be tricky to run the wall. A lot of people find it kind of weird that they don't realize how close you can actually get to the wall, mainly because they kind of get lost in how close they really are to the wall. And when they think they're at the wall and then they realize I'm actually nowhere close when you go to watch it back. So running the wall is very tricky. You need to be both very confident in it, but you also have to really know where your car actually is on the wall so you don't end up either too far away or hitting it dead on.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. So there you go. McLaughlin seems to be able to stay alongside that wall quite happily at the moment. Blake Lewis in there as well. Alex Witt tucked up at this moment in time behind Anthony Radel. Moving, Witt's dive to the inside. That goes Radel. Adios, Signore. Jakowitz is down with Molinari. Molinari recovering from being put up in the wall. On board with David Trogdon. Brusso's having himself, well, he was having himself a little ding-dong there. I don't know what's happened because he is shifting gears. So I wonder whether or not he's just lost a little bit of time somewhere. So Joshua Kuhn has just had an absolute flyer. Once again, it's a great little bit of action here on that in that car for Josh Kuhn as they go and clear Mr. Terry Spainhour. So there we go, Blake Lewis still out in front though, Brandon McLaughlin getting ever closer.
McLaughlin still reeling him in, but he's also in a good spot. The guy in second is really going to dictate more of the race than the guy in first will, just because he can push the guy in first to go a little faster, cause him to kind of use his tires up more and sort of force him to change his game plan, opposed to having to really react to P1. You cause P1 to react to you. So it's not a bad spot for him to be, especially at this stage where it's still lots of time to go. But he's in a great spot for once we get closer and closer to the end. Yeah,
Blake Lewis led for 14 laps there at the moment in time. Brandon McLaughlin in behind him. He's led for 10 laps. We have Cody Kern, who I don't believe has led for any, if I'm not mistaken, on that one. But a good job for Brandon McLaughlin. Past his lap at the moment to 183 miles an hour, 39.423. Currently sitting in second place there. He's still running the wall. He has not come off that line at all. He's got that line nailed in here for Brandon McLaughlin and is doing a great job. Ben Roos finding himself in the mix with Molinari. Jamelin in front. Trogdon, Jakowitz, Radel. And then a little bit of a break to Alex Witt further up the road. But everybody from the upper half of 11th upwards, which is covered by Blockbuster's OTJ. So he's there sitting in 11th at the moment. We're on lap 58. We've got 41 to go now as we've just crossed over the line. So great job from all of these drivers at the same time. Brandon McLaughlin has just come off that high line, taken the inside line, and has got the lead of the race.
Yeah, he's done everything he needs to do. Just stay in touch, and then when an opportunity arises, take advantage of it. Slide your way up into first place, and now he's just got to be smart and stay out of trouble. Obviously, easier than said than done in some cases, but still an option as he's already started to make that lead grow a little bit on Blake Lewis.
Yeah, running that high line there once again. Still doing a great job, Brandon McLaughlin. David Trogdon mixing it up at the moment. He's trying to run the high line alongside Molinari and Jamelin. Then behind that, Ben Roos is trying to clear Molinari as well. He's had to come off that high line, didn't stick it up to the wall. Chansey is running the wall, however. Chansey Matthews, who is a lap down, has just run the wall and come back down a little bit, getting down into the mix here. It's still sitting in that place. Trenton Kimmel, the lead car there once again. If it's any information for Trenton, a happy little cupcake wants an engagement ring for a birthday on Sunday, just to let you know. And Cody Kern and Alex Witt racing it out once more. What?
Yeah.
Planting the seed is called Inception. I've seen the film with Leonardo.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna let you just have that one. Anywho, so
listen
that
to you.
race,
You are
is
literally
going on.
balling out of all things tonight. You literal
Yep.
splinter in your bottom, sitting on the fence. Kenton Sportak, I thought you were
Not
more
even on the
manly
fence.
than that.
I completely went to the other side. I'm just you do you. I'm not fence sitting. I'm not saying yeah, but like nope. I'm just hard out. Nope.
Yeah.
Not dealing with that.
Hard out to the left of the
Not,
fence is Kenton Sportak this evening.
Yep.
Chicken. So, Kern and Alex Witt, they've had their own little tat-tat-tats a little earlier on as well. So Alex Witt causing drama on lap 43. It took out pretty much most of the field. And TJ Benruse, TJ now gone up high again. And Molinari takes a bump from the side there of Benruse, I believe that is, alongside him. Not good at all. They're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Molinari does not want to end up in the rule once more. TJ makes a move past Molinari. After Ruse he goes, but Alex Witt is getting ever closer to the leaders. He can see the Blake Lewis MTV liveried machine in front of him. Is he going to be able to get a hold of him? That's the question. Witt's running that low line. Lewis up high, and is, well, I would say it was saving Lewis, but I'm a little bit worried that Witt's got a little bit closer.
Yeah, Witt, always a danger. You know, as it started to close in on Blake Lewis, looks like he's going to try and make a dive down on the inside. See if Blake is able to fight him off. Looks like he's just going to be able to. But he's definitely starting to get closer and closer as Blake scrapes the wall a little bit there. If you're McLaughlin, you've got to keep one eye on that rearview mirror because you know Alex Witt still is got a chance to be showing up out of nowhere almost.
Yeah, definitely. You want to keep that inside line. You can see he's run the line a few times for Blake Lewis. He still hasn't come down and made the block. I'm a bit surprised for that. He's got to come down this time though. So I think Witt's going to send it on the inside of him with Cody Kern tucked in right behind. Alex Witt winning the Chicago street race that, well, saw half the field pretty much a lap down. Lewis, yeah, did lose it there as well. Didn't throw the block. That's allowed Cody Kern to come on the inside of him once again. And for these guys, I think Kern's going to go through. He is. Cody Kern's going to go through. Action further back here. Andrew Jamelin, Noel Jakowicz. Jakowicz dives to the inside again of Anthony Radel. Radel up high, Jamelin low, Jakowicz low, Trogdon high. We'll see how this one goes. Is the inside line coming in now a little bit more?
It seems to be with how quickly that inside line, but it seems also like just carrying so much more speed down the straightaway and getting into the corner with more speed. Running that high line and just able to carry more. There is a little bit of a draft that you're able to sort of utilize here. It's not as dominant as we'll see at most places or a lot of places, but it is still does still exist. So you still have to kind of use it if you can. You can see obviously, I believe that's Jamelin who just dropped right back off the end, even though he was right behind, right just ahead of the 33 there of Trogdon and just behind Jakowicz. But he's dropped back because he kind of got out of line in a sense and wasn't quite able to sort of hold on. And so if you can use the draft, it'll definitely help you out quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamelin's last lap 40.3, leader's last lap 40.1. How close is this going to be this time around? He needs to get a little bit closer. He's just dropping back from the free in front. But Jamelin over the line he goes, 40.36, 40.028 for Brandon McLaughlin. You can see Trogdon trying to run the line as well. Not quite sure what line he's trying to run there. It's a very low, high, low, low, high, high exit really for David Trogdon. But he is going to try and dive to the inside again, going into turn 3 of Noel Jakowicz. Up he goes, in he goes. And it looks like David Trogdon can hold that inside line. He's going to get the job done. He might get a 2-for-1 here at Walmart Special. And is he going to be able to get over Anthony Radel? Radel knows he's there. They're in the same chat room. So they will be telling each other. Radel is going to just about, maybe. No, I don't think he is. I think Trogdon's going to get this on the exit of turn 3. Radel goes and bumps the wall.
Yeah, that's avoiding the wall is key. You definitely don't want to be just slamming into it because you will lose a lot of speed. As we can see, looks like Trogdon's going to be very well positioned to be able to snake underneath and take that position from Anthony Radel if Radel doesn't carry a ton of speed, but now it's going to be the concern is Jackowitz getting down there as our leaders seem to be coming into pit lane.
Yeah, Whit, McLaughlin, Kern, Blake Lewis still running. Lap 69, 31 to go here. And at the moment, we're 4 cautions in, so if you voted 1 to 5, you're looking very good at this moment in time. Noel Jackowitz, Anthony Radel, David Trogdon, few people in pit lane. Armand Brusso still out on the circuit. He's going to jump up some positions as he currently, yes, he's gone past Witt, he's gone past Kern, he's gone past Jamelin, and he's gone past Brandon McLaughlin. A little bit worried about his last stop, minute 8 seconds, 25 seconds, but then again, Joshua Keefe at a minute 22. Lewis now in pit lane. So are other people going to start coming in? We've got a yellow flag out on the racetrack as well.
That could be terribly timed for anyone who's just gotten into pit lane. If they're kind of stuck there, we'll have to see how everything times up. Oh,
seemed a bit tame.
Yeah, considering I feel like there was ones earlier that could have been called that weren't. So okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I suppose the upside, look, he comes up into the racetrack. That's going to be that one. A couple of people stuck in pit lane. Blake Lewis, TJ Spainhour as well. Russo's still out there. Should we have a cheeky chat with Armin? Drop him in the waiting room and have a cheeky little chat with our man, as we normally do. Car number 11. It's got damage on that car by the looks of it as well, Mr. Armand Brusso. I think he's been kissing the wall a little bit too much here this evening, but let's have a chat with him. Mr. Brusso, welcome in, dear sir.
Is the damage on the left or the right?
Well, it looked like you've got it on the left as well.
Well, it should be mostly from the left. It's like 40 seconds optional. So
as I'm looking at the car, it's on the left. As you're driving the car, it's on the right.
Huh. Well, I don't know how we got there then, but you know, we'll repair it now. So.
All right, well, get yourself in your box first.
You could talk to me. So.
Well, I pulled that with Brandon McLaughlin and he missed his pit box.
I'm good. I'm in.
Okay, mate.
What you got for me, James?
How you doing out there, bud? Do you look like you're having fun?
I mean, I had that early caution that ended up taking my fast repair 4 laps in, so that's not fun. Other than that, like, just trying to survive with no fast repair, got lapped down because of the green flag pit stops. We apparently love cautions while people are green flag stopping, so just trying to survive and get this repair fixed, and I should be good to go for the rest of the race.
What do we think is going to happen? How high you reckon you're going to get?
I'm shooting for a top 10. I don't want to be too optimistic or too unoptimistic, but I haven't really been able to see what I have for speed because I've either been damaged or wrecked early. So we'll see what I've got in the tank now. But other than that, I'll be happy with a top 10. I got my win, so the rest of the season's just house money.
Yeah, and how's the feeling of being back out on the racetrack? Because, you know, you had that season break and all as well, doing a little bit of RCing. How is it back out on the race circuit?
Yeah, I mean, definitely last week was a letdown, coming off a high and then immediately getting reminded of where my skill level is with the road course. I mean, it's fine. I guess you could say I got like renewed invigoration from getting a win, and getting optimistic, but other than that, like, I like AutoClub. I wish I didn't get wrecked as much as I did, but I'm feeling all right. I guess it's an optimistic Armin. I'll let you know at the end of the race how optimistic I really am, but I'm fine. And I got a nice soundboard from you saying that I won, so I get to remind everybody that I win every week. It's a lot of fun.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I can play it for it.
Chicken dinner.
Gotta remind everybody that I got that win.
Oh, dearie me. Well, fella, you have a good one, mate. Enjoy yourself, and hopefully we might get to have a chat with you at the end.
Yeah, I mean, if we do, then that'll be hilarious. But I'll be happy with the top 10. So have a good night, and hopefully we have some good racing.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, have a good night.
Oh, he made a soundboard out of it.
Hey, if it helps you continue to race and enjoy it, why not, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. What did they call it? Because I can't find it.
I have no idea.
Me neither. There we go. Whatever it was, I'm glad he's got a soundboard out of it once again. Blake Lewis out in front into the Geico restart zone. We're going to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are green, 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 green. Here again for the final end. We've got 27 laps remaining. And Blake Lewis and his two MTVs. Blake Lewis and Alex Witt from Lewis from BDE, Witt from BCR. And let's see how this goes once again. Lewis straight up high once more. Witt on that inside line. Brandon McLaughlin sitting in third place. I still think he's a danger here, Kenton. I really do. McLaughlin has had a great race so far.
Yeah, he's definitely been having himself a fun little race, staying out of trouble, driving fast, and just enjoying his position. Though he seems to see Alex Witt has now taken the lead fully. We'll see what he's able to do. If he's able to kind of, at this point, I think it's now just drive and to the end. I don't think anyone's going to have to pit now, but I guess we'll have to see.
Stop talking at the wrong point now.
Had some water?
No, I was in mid-yawn. Not because the race is boring, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's 2:15 in the morning for me. I just had a little bit of a moment of tiredness kicked in. As McLaughlin goes back high, he starts running that wall again. He lost that place to Noel Jakowitz on the inside line. Cody Kern, Blake Lewis, Alex Witt. Further back, Jamie Lynn Keith, Molinari there. Kimmel still locked in, a lap down, unfortunately, for Trenton. He's going to have to hope he can look at making his way forward. But currently, with about 25 left of this 100 lap, we're going to find out how this is all going to work out for these drivers. I'm still not counting out McLaughlin. I can't count him out. He has looked so good throughout this race, Brandon McLaughlin. I still think he's in with a shot once again. If he can just make this line work for him like he has run it all evening long. He hasn't come off it. He hasn't changed. Everybody else has been up, down, up, down, up, down. Brandon McLaughlin sticking to his guns, Kenton.
Yeah, McLaughlin seems to be kind of running his line. Like I said, he found something that works for him. He's sticking to it and just sort of allowing the race to come to him. He's not trying to force anything currently, but because of how he's driving, he's been able to sort of hold on and keep everyone at bay and make moves when he can. Oh, something going on behind us, though.
Was it here? Oh no, it was there. Rado and Trogdon. Oh, Ambrose. Caution number 6. Rado Ruse on lap 76. Rado got a bump from Trogdon. Ruse goes round. Another bump from him as well. So yeah, not good from them guys. As we're on another caution here. Alex Witt leading the race. Blake Lewis, Cody Kern in behind that. Jakowitz and McLaughlin. Let's get to bring McLaughlin back into it. We're going to find out how these guys are going to get on once again and get moving, hopefully, once more. So there we go. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Right, great time now to hear from this season's sponsor. Okay, that was adminbox.com. Of course, go and check them out. Once again, use code BSC-box for 10% off your first order. McLaughlin, Jamelin, Spainhour, Brusso, Kern, Keith, Trogdon, Kuhn, Molinari, Radel, Ruse, all in pit lane. I think Trenton Kimmel is about to get his lap back. So Mr. Kimmel will be back on the lead lap. It's going to leave Blake Lewis out in front. He is here currently. So Blake Lewis, Cody Kern, Noel Jackowitz, and Brandon McLaughlin are going to be your top 4, with Chancey Matthews, who should either let cars through or go round. I think he's going to have to let them through, but we'll see what goes on for Mr. Matthews. He's still a lap down. Oh no, he's a lot further down than that actually. How far down is he? Matthews 4 laps down. Starlin 3, Young 3, Spainhour, Terry is free. Couple of people in pit lane, Kimmel, Radel, Ruse once again, but of course they got caught up in the incident. So all in all, not a bad evening of racing for some, and a baptism of fire for some of the new guys.
Yeah, it's I mean, this race especially, it's kind of a throw you in and hope you can sort of, yeah, hopefully you can drive and not get too stuck behind anything or too problematic. Unfortunately for some, had a few problematic races, but keep moving forward. Next race will be a new chance, right? So just gotta stay out of trouble as best you can for the rest of this one and then go from there.
Yeah, every lap you turn, of course, will be another lap that you're going to learn what you've got to do. But these guys choose coned up. Lewis back on the outside. Kern, Brusso in 4th. Can he do it again?
Anything is possible. Anything is possible. He does have Alex Witt directly behind him, so it might not go that way, but we've seen crazier things happen.
I do agree. I do agree. Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming towards the end of the race once more. Blake Lewis on the outside, Kern, Jackowitz, Brusso, McLaughlin, Witt, Jamelin, Kuhn, Spainhour there, Keith, Molinari, Brad Young, all in the mix at the same time. As we go green, green, green once more. Witt's pulled straight out. Brusso's missed the start there. He didn't really get it off the line. Blake Lewis did, however, with Cody Kern, who's left Cody Kern to battle with Noel Jackowitz. They're 3 wide, 4 wide almost. Brusso's now gone backwards more than he's gone forward. He missed the start there, Kenton, and he did not get that car off the line at all.
Yeah, he definitely left his gas pedal in pit lane there, unfortunately for him. It's not going to help your race when you don't get going off the start, so we'll see how he's able to make up and sort of utilize the draft to try and get himself to go forward again, but wasn't the best way to go.
Oh, Alex Witt. That was either a beautiful block or an intentional slide up in front of Brandon McLaughlin. With literally 20 to go. Brandon McLaughlin now coming off that wall, running that lower line. Jamelin tucked in there, TJ in behind that. Alex Witt, Cody Kern, Noel Jackowitz and Blake Lewis are your top 5 currently. McLaughlin's still running high. I do wonder whether or not it might be a time for a change for Brandon McLaughlin. Alex Witt's just motored past Cody Kern. He's now going after Blake Lewis. Lewis has got Jackowitz in front of him. Is it time for McLaughlin to have a change of plan?
I don't think so. I mean, we still have 20 laps, 19 laps to go. Hitting the walls, change that plan. I think the big thing is he just needs to start to utilize the extra speed he's been getting instead of just kind of sitting behind. But he needs to start making kind of some moves now. He's still in a good spot, but making a couple of moves, gain it, like something like this. It's like he can hear me. Just getting himself in a better position. Obviously, the laps are going to start to go a little faster as we make our way through. But if he's able to kind of stay out of the trouble, because obviously people are going to start really going for it as we get closer and closer. So if he's just able to keep this high line, keep pushing, keep holding that speed, and really utilizing it to get those little extra, I guess, seconds cut back into the lead there, and he'll put himself in a fantastic spot for those final 5 to 10 laps.
Coming in with 18 to go. He's still running high. He's not deviating away from the McLaughlin plan. He does get runs out though, Kenton. You've got to give him credit. He definitely does. Look at this. He's going to get a run on Alex Witt. Can he just carry the speed around the outside? I think Witt sees him as the danger man as well. Witt goes, sorry, that's not Witt, is it? That's actually Blake Lewis. Leaves the door wide open. You can't come up too high. McLaughlin's already got you. Now he's going again, Brandon McLaughlin. Sitting up behind Witt. There goes Lewis in the background. Just saw him in the mirror, see him in the top one. Now he's going to run again around the outside. He's not moving this time. He's deviating down a little bit on exit, but not by a lot. He's coming after Jakowitz. Witt's gone and slotted underneath. He's going to use his bottom draft. There you go. He's got a 2-car draft at the moment for Brandon McLaughlin. Now he sets off high again. Is he going to go high? He is. Now what's Jakowitz going to do with this? Is Jakowitz going to be able to play him and keep him on that high line at the moment? Brandon McLaughlin, I tell you what, son, if you carry on, this could be a winner for him as well.
Which I'm sure he won't be too upset about. And yeah, he's staying with exactly what's worked this whole time. And that's one of those things you definitely need to do. I find too many people sort of overreact to what's going on around them and immediately change up their plan without actually giving it a chance. And I mean, his plan's working. He's right on the back of Noel and going to slide out and try and really utilize the speed coming off of turn 1 and 2 down the back stretch. Just ready to start going after Alex now.
Yeah, final 15 for Brandon McLaughlin. It's going to be alongside Jakowitz here. Jakowitz knows he's there. He's got to be careful. I've got a funny feeling there could be a little game playing coming from Mr. Witt here. Not sure what he's going to be able to do when it comes to the point that that car on that wall running side gets near him. Is he going to be able to block? Is he going to be able to do anything? McLaughlin doesn't drop in this time behind Alex Witt. I don't believe he's quite far enough ahead of Jakowitz to be able to do that. He has now taken the position away, but it's taken him a couple of laps to get there, and with 14 to go, can he really afford to keep fighting it out with Mr. Noel here?
He's still got a little bit of time. Obviously, 14 to go isn't too much time, but he does have a little bit of time. He's going to have to start making up a little bit more ground now. Alex Witt is obviously one of the harder ones to try and chase down. He's very, very, very fast, so going to have to really utilize as much speed as he can and sort of try and utilize sort of the draft to kind of bring himself back into it with Alex and really kind of hope, not for a mistake, but opportunity sort of comes in that he's able to utilize.
Yeah, he did just drop down there. He's gapping Jakowitz further and further. Wick takes that inside line. McLaughlin didn't even flinch. He didn't even think, I'm going to follow you across the racetrack. I'm going to stick to my line, and the only time I'm going to come down is when you come out off the banking and drop down onto the apron. Then I'll think about following you because I need that little bit of draft. There you go. He slots in, he pulls him in a little bit closer. Now he's down to less than 3 tenths for Brandon McLaughlin. Jakowitz kind of coming in high, going low, exiting high once again. There he goes out to the wall. McLaughlin doing what he's done all the way through this. He's now trying to follow Witt. I don't know if that's the plan. Follow him coming out of 3 and 4. That seems to be working for him. McLaughlin's got 12 to go here, and I'll tell you what, he's looking like he is on for a good haul of points. If he can just keep Witt in his sight, down to 6 tenths now. Now he goes again. You can see him behind Trogdon, Kuhn, all there. Blockbuster video with TJ Keefe's there as well. These guys having a nice little battle a little bit further back. Russo is running that high line once again, swapping in and around with Kuhn and TJ. They're literally backwards and forwards, to be honest. But it is here that's going to make this difference. It is Mr. Brandon McLaughlin. It is the man that looks like he's had the pace all night long to wrap this one up. Can he get this win? Can he take this away from Witt? Down onto the apron he goes, closes in once more. He's coming into the final 10. Is he in that draft long enough, Kenton? That's the problem.
I don't think he's in the draft long enough, but I also don't think he's... He almost needs to avoid going down. I think it's causing him to lose a little bit of time when he actually does drop down, because he's getting a great run out of 1 and 2. And then down that straightaway, and then he sort of seems to be losing time coming into the front stretch as he goes down under the apron. So curious if staying on a little bit above the apron might help him a little more. But I guess we'll have to see sort of how it plays out over the next few. But he's trying to utilize the draft. Seems to be actually it's helping a little bit on this lap, getting out early so he can get nice and high and then stay nice and high. So he's closing, just slowly, very slowly.
Taking him a few laps to get there, but he did the same thing with Jakowicz as well. It took him a couple of laps to get there. It's taken him a couple of laps to cement that gap away from Noel. Don't get me wrong, Noel's following him across the racetrack. McLaughlin's trying to follow Witt around the racetrack, goes high again, never deviates, never comes off the line. The only time he does is coming out of free. He'll drop in behind Witt. He's got a 6/10 gap at the moment. He needs to bring that down as best as he possibly can. I would have followed Witt for a little bit longer, I've got to be honest, or at least now trying to not follow him, but kind of on the back stretch especially, start trying to move off the wall and trying to come after him. And like now, like Witt's dropped down, I would have gone with him just to try and give myself a nice little bit of an extra draft there.
Yeah, the issue with doing that is you start scrubbing off speed if you just keep moving up and down, because Witt is staying in that spot. Like he's going out to the wall, dropping a little bit and staying there. Whereas if you're McLaughlin, he's going to drop down, go back up to the wall, and that's just scrubbing off that. I mean, it's not much, but it's that little bit of speed that you just would be scrubbing off the entire time, where you don't really want to do that. You kind of want to avoid that as best you can, so you can use all of your speed. So that I think he either needs to fully go down or fully stay up, which it looks like currently he's just now trying to fight off Noel instead of trying to chase down Alex.
Noel's not making it easy. I do expect the white card to come roaring past us very, very shortly. There he is. Boom. Down he goes once more. Gaps out to about 7/10. It's gone the wrong way. Every time he sits in behind him, the gap comes down. Every time he doesn't follow him down the racetrack. I'm not saying take his line off the corner. Do what you've been working on. What I am saying is when Witt comes out of turn 2 and just drops off a little bit, there, that's better. There you go. Now follow him and close the gap down. And he's got it back down again, Brandon McLaughlin. But it does look like Joshua Kuhn is in a nice little bit of a ding-dong a little bit further back. We'll pick up on the leaders if they do get very, very close together. Kuhn, Jamelin's going to run him out high. How high is Jamelin going to chance this? It wasn't high enough. There was a little bit of a move into the steering wheel. Jamelin and Kuhn there with Keith, sorry. Jamelin's got to be a little bit more mindful that that's taken shape. Gap up front down to nearly half a second. So he has closed in on him. Cody Kearns there with Brusso on that eye line. Brusso's in the top 10, which is where he wanted to be. It's a good job from him. But Jamelin, Keith not leaving each other alone. Lewis there is kind of in his own little no man's land race. Jakowicz, however, with McLaughlin, with Witt, and McLaughlin's coming now. He has got it down below half a second.
Yeah, he's down now to about 3/10, and he actually 2/10. He's coming fast and furious right now up on Alex Witt here. So there still is a chance. He still has 4 laps to go, but he's going to have to really try and make him move quickly here.
Yeah, he's followed him all the way down. Witt knows he's coming at him. He knows he's coming up high. He doesn't, again, dude, the discipline he's had throughout this race for Brandon McLaughlin. Never moved, never forward, never adapted anything. A little bit of a punch on the wall. He's now closing him in. We've got 3 to go. Lap 98, so they've got 98 to complete, 99 and 100. Brandon McLaughlin, he's off the wall. He didn't mean to be, but he is off the wall now. Oh, he's lost more time than he needs to here. You got to follow him, son. You need to draft out of him now. 3 to go. Brandon McLaughlin's all or nothing. This is his final scenario for Brandon. He can see Witt. He's got to follow him, Kenton. He has to follow him.
Yeah, especially on this front straight. The back stretch, it's hard to say because you take so much speed off, and you're giving Noel a draft as well. But he might have to sort of really start looking into it. He's kind of smack dab in between both of them. We're about 0.4, half a second-ish between all 3 cars. So see what he's able to kind of make happen here as he's sticking to his guns, though. He's not letting it swap on him. He's just going for it, and if it works for him.
I think Witt may have just dodged a bullet here. Going to be the final lap of the race. There you go, white flags out. Oh, Brandon, you've got to bury this. You've got to bury this one, son. You've got to follow him across the racetrack whether you want to or not. You've got to go. You've got to go with him. Just take him. Now what you're going to do here, is he going to stick to that? Doesn't deviate. Doesn't move. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Coming around the final corner, Alex Witt, I think, is going to take this. I think Witt might have this here. He drops down. McLaughlin's going to get the run to the line. It is Alex Witt takes the win here once again. And in behind that is Brandon McLaughlin. Did not move, did not falter. Great job. Whether or not he should have done is a different story. But a great job from Brandon McLaughlin. You've got to give him props, Kenton. He stuck to his guns and he didn't move once.
No, he drove a fantastic race. Yeah, he didn't get the win, but he looked great, stayed out of trouble, had no incidents to really concern himself with, and just drove very smart and very, very well. So congratulations to him. And Alex Witt obviously had himself a fantastic race as well. He had a couple of things he had to work his way back from, and knowing Alex Witt, he did very easily, because it's Alex and he always does. But I'd be curious, because Brandon McLaughlin, it looks like on that last pit stop, didn't take tires. So I'd be curious if he would have had a little bit better tires, if he would have been able to make that one last, but we'll never know.
No, absolutely. I'm just watching Noel Jakowitz get pushed back to the pits from Andrew Jamelin here. Yeah, your race results. Alex Witt is your winner by 1/10 over Brandon McLaughlin. Noel Jakowitz taking 3rd. Then Joshua Keefe in 4th. Then Andrew Jamelin, David Trogdon, Joshua Kuhn. TJ Spainhour, Armand Brusso got the top 10 in 9th. Trenton Kimmel battled his way back to 10th. Daniel Molinari, Tom Kuhn, Anthony Radel, Blake Lewis and Cody Kern finished out in the top 15. Brad Young, Terry Spainhour and Chancey Matthews. Then Lance Starlin, Ben Ruse and Calvin Ross. So a good job from all of these guys once again here for this race. And let's have a chat with Mr. Brandon McLaughlin, who is going to come and join us in the booth. Actually, we'll start off with your 3rd place man, Mr. Noel Jakowitz. Noel, welcome in, bud.
How you guys doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
That was close. 0.1 gallon at the line, taking the checkered for fuel. So the 2 in front of me had the fuel to make it. I was clutching in 3 and 4 for the last 15, 20 laps. So relieved that I made it, though.
Yeah, I saw you got pushed back to the pit lane from Mr. Andrew Jamelin there.
Yeah. I was out probably around the backstretch. It sputtered and it was done.
Well, you managed to hold on to 3rd place, mate. Not bad at all. How tough was it?
Man, out front at the start of the race, it was pretty nice. You can go wherever you want, kind of save some tires if you want. Man, in traffic, it's that arrow wake is pretty rough. And then if car gets alongside you, side draft is a big tool to use too to get by. But All in all, it was pretty good. Not too bad. Just managing kind of tires mainly. The fall off in time wasn't bad, but you can really scrub them up in traffic, so you got to be careful. But fun race overall.
Yeah, good job there, mate. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Just got 2 on the Breakfast Club on the podium. We love those. Man, McLaughlin was there. He was fast too. A couple more laps, he might have got it. So good race by them. And shout out to everyone old and new that came out. Had fun, and see you guys next week.
All right, man. Well, take care, buddy. Catch up with you soon.
Yeah, see you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a chat with that man who stuck to his guns on the outside line while others were deviating up and down. Brandon McLaughlin stayed where he is. He was speedy. He won the stage. He didn't take tyres, but it looks like on lap 77. Was that a mistake? Well, let's find out from him here as well. Brandon, welcome in, bud.
Hey, was that fun?
Dude, I enjoyed it. Man, I literally, from stage, I said to Kenton that you were fast. Like, I wouldn't have bet my house on you fast, but you were quick, dude. And I do wonder, you made one mistake coming into the last 4 laps, I think it was as well, that lost you a little bit of time, and you didn't take tyres. What do you reckon? Do you think not taking tyres cost you?
No, because I think everybody else around me was on the same tires.
No, Alex Witt took tyres.
I could be wrong. Oh, he did. Wow, I'm even more impressed with myself then.
Yeah, he had a 16-second pit stop, so he took something.
Okay.
You had a 5.5. Keith took 2. He had 10 seconds. David Trogdon took 4 by the looks of it as well.
Yeah, I never know what anybody's doing, so I just guessed. I'm like, I'm just going to get gas.
What do you reckon, dude? A couple more laps, you would have got him?
Well, there's... When you brought up lap 4 or whatever, there were 4 laps to go. Yeah, I got into 1. I hit the wall, and I dropped back. But that was like right after he got into the wall a couple times, and I just couldn't quite get there. Yeah, maybe 2 more laps, I might have been able to work them.
Yeah, dude, as I said, I thought you were going to get it. I honestly thought you were going to.
We probably would have had a photo finish.
Yeah, I honestly thought you were going to get it, mate. You were coming at him very, very quickly. So, props to you for maintaining it, as well. So, good job from yourself. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Well, first off, thank you, by the way. That's fun. And I'll...
Credit where credit's due, dude. You were quick. Like, speedy.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot. I'll just thank my team and Alex for racing me clean. That was a lot of fun.
No, man. Well, take care, buddy, and hopefully we'll see a repeat next week.
Sounds good.
Take care, man. Bye. All right, and we are going to have a chat with Mr. Alex Witt in that 594 machine. Takes another victory after his Chicago Street Circuit. But he was under pressure from Brandon McLaughlin. Would it have been 2 more laps? And would have McLaughlin cleared him? Well, let's find out here as well. Alex, welcome in, bud.
How you doing?
May, I don't know if you dodged a bullet or you just drove exceptionally well.
Yeah, I don't know. Brandon was definitely coming. The outside line definitely had some speed there, and he was really hauling there at the end. I think, if I had gone a couple more laps, I probably would have had to start defending the outside, and it'd have been a shootout from there.
You might have been a little bit closer, to be honest with you as well, because he made a mistake on lap 4. No, not lap 4, with 4 to go. And he tapped the wall coming out of 1 and just slid up, lost a couple of attempts on you. And it was only 1 attempt going over the line. So I think it would have been very, very close. But he was motoring along, Alex. He never wavered once out the outside. We saw you sort of stick to your guns towards the end of the race, but it was very up and down. Obviously, you got caught in the caution. I think it was the 4th caution on lap 43 where, well, to be honest, mate, half the field behind you got caught in it at the same time. So although you've done that, you've then recovered back to take the victory as well. You've got to go away happy because you've had a fast Brandon that you've held off. You got yourself in a wreck that took out half the field and you managed to win the race anyway.
Yeah, I was really happy that it at least happened early. That way I had time to come back from it, and just pitting at the right time and getting through the traffic well. You can't really ask for anything more than that, especially at a track like this. It was pretty tough to pass, especially if someone was, on your preferred line and you had to sit in the dirty air or go elsewhere. It's pretty tough.
Did you sit there? This is a question I sometimes when people can't really answer me. Did you sit there and think, I know he's coming here. I cannot afford to make a mistake coming at you?
I was staring at him in the mirror the whole time, and I really had nothing else to do but look at what he was doing. And so, yeah, I was getting a little worried about how fast he was coming, but I just, you have the option of going up to try to defend the line, which I usually don't like doing unless I'm really comfortable with that line, which I'm really not. So kind of just wanted to stick with the line that got me there and hope he didn't catch me.
Well, dude, as I said, I think if he hadn't slid up on 4 to go, I think it might have been a different run to the line. I can tell you that much. But listen, dude, great win as always. 2 back to back here. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to the Breakfast Club as always.
All right, man. Well, have a good one, dude. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Well, Kenton, we've come to the end of another victorious Alex Witt run. But he definitely dodged a bullet with Brandon McLaughlin sliding up before to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely not the super comfortable kind of all by himself races we see with him quite often. So it was a good one for him. Brandon looked like you said, he looked great on the track. He was fast. Seemed to really know what the track was doing and what it was going to do and where to put his car that he felt comfortable with, but it also where to put his car that was actually quick. So he had a fantastic little run there. And like you said, had he not hit that wall with 4 to go coming out of 1, might have been a whole different conversation we were having. So always fun when you get those really good, exciting races right off the hop and are able to kind of enjoy it for us and make things more exciting.
Yeah, and he was coming at him 10 to go, I think, 11, if not more, he was coming at him as well. And fully, I think if it had won, nobody would have argued. And that was the thing for Brandon McLaughlin. He stuck to his guns, didn't move off the outside line. So fair play to him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has come to the end of this week's race. Where are we off to next week, I hear you say? Or you may not. We're going to Dover.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's always an interesting one. Can be really good or really, really painful for everyone involved.
It can be record-breakingly bad.
Yeah. So hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Right, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you to everybody who's joined us here as well. Happy and Angie, happy birthday for Saturday and Sunday, you beautiful ladies. Lydia as well are in there in YouTube chat. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm sure I saw Billy pop in at one point. And there she is, right at the top as well. So thank you so much for all joining us and supporting your mans, y'all. So there we go. That was my best impression. You're not going to get any better than that. But I've been JB. I've been alongside Kenton. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know. We might see you on the track sometime. Good night.
Go.